Oh boy. It's Delicious Wednesday, folks. Woo! All right. What's up, my friends? Welcome in Notification Gang, my favorite people in the world. How you doing today? Good to see you all. I have been busy at work. Hey, my lights aren't even on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I even streaming if there's no pretty blue lights in the background? Hello, everybody. I am, so I've been running all over the place. If you are a supporter, you may just notice that I just released 2 videos. Count them. 1, 2. Very happy with today's work schedule. Got 2 videos released just before we went live, so if you haven't already, you can go check those out if you're a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter. One of them is public though, so anybody can go see that. And it should be out for all Twitch subscribers after this stream. Now, besides that, that means that one of the previously exclusive videos is coming out tomorrow, talking about griefing and pirating and all that jazz in Star Citizen. But because I was working, I didn't get to finish my dinner, so I'm gonna take a bite of lahmacun real quick, and then we're gonna explain what we're doing today. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Ooh, that is good stuff. Gotta love some lahmacun. Okay. So, I was thinking about streaming some Star Wars today, but I wanted to do you a solid. I know plenty of people. God, that is yummy. I know plenty of people are taking some time off from Star Citizen, not really playing too much right now. And just kind of chilling and watching from the background as we get closer and closer to a 324 launch. So I thought, why don't we pop in? Ooh, that's just yummy. Why don't we pop in for a little live session on the PTU and see how it's performing. So I'm going to try and just run hard through a couple of cargo missions, ground location, space station location, other city location. Let's see how stable it runs, what goes wrong, what goes right, what happens and what doesn't. And let's make the call ourselves on if it feels like it's just about ready to go live, if it's going to take another week or 2, or like what's going on. And in the meantime, just like we do, we could just chat. It's a Wednesday. There's nothing really happening right now. It's not high, like, I don't know what to say. It's not high tension. We've got the delays. We know what's going on. In fact, that's what the video I just published is about. So I'm here to chat with you all. And we could talk about anything too, because I know some of you have been playing Outlaws. I will probably get into it tomorrow and then spend the next like 5 days or so working through it to try and get not quite a review, but more of an opinion piece about the game overall out by next week. I want to kind of talk a little bit about how I feel about the direction they're going with this game and just like the non-Jedi kind of stuff overall. If you're here regularly, then you know that I'm a big fan of that. Down with the Jedi. No, I'm not a huge like Jedi hater, but I certainly like when we're doing things not Jedi related for various reasons. So I'm going to make a video about that, and I'll probably stream some of that gameplay into the Discord server if you're hanging out around there. But besides that, let's get into some cargo missions. First things first, of course, I'm gonna get geared up. We're gonna get all the things we need to move boxes, because it's a PTU. Like, this is just so on point for what the exclusive video just came out for supporters. It's all about how this game is just filled with time sinks. There's just constant time sinks, and that really is just because of something that is so heavily exaggerated by the PTU, and that is that you constantly have to restart and do things over and over again. And that's going to go at some point. At some point. All right, we got everything we need. Let's get going. Yeah, the Jedi suck. Hey, Jake, how are you today? Oh, good to see you in chat, my friend. That's a name I like to see. Hope you're doing well. Hope the Kingdom Hearts are treating you well as well. Down with the Jedi. Someday when I understand more of Star Wars, I'm going to make a video about that. I'm not... I would consider it blasphemy if I tried to take that stance on Star Wars right now because I am just not super involved. I'm still peripheral. I consider myself. Luna Maria, starting us off with a super chat. Hey, what happened to that audible agreement? Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate seeing you here. Welcome in to the stream for the day. Sit back. It's gonna be a relaxing one. How'd the SUV testing go? How are the new tires? Bastin, tell us about, did I just miss my train?
Toes.
Just very clearly missed my train. That was oh, good job. Welcome in everybody though. All the people. Vastin, I saw you in here. Vastin and Valis and Anansi. Dude, I don't mind you trailing me a little bit for security if we need it. If you want to hop in. That's not a problem. Could always use like one or two sneaky security people if you have nothing going on. Rhino 07th buddy, how you doing? Good to see you in chat. Zero. Ultron Vision Prime. Yeah, I love seeing more notification gang names. Mark Turvey, good morning. Good morning, howdy doody. Welcome in. Tiny Home, as always, with the tiny jokes. Folks, we got a cooking stream coming up in a couple of days. We're gonna make noodles. Rice noodles. Pad Thai.
Toes.
Y'all lit the fire underneath Mrs. Tomatoes last week, and she, I guess you don't have to censor ass, do you? She is ready to make some rice noodles, and I am ready to be a nuisance while that happens. So hope you guys can join us. QT Vargan, hello, Toes Gang. Good to see you. Wartime CEO, Citric, Jordak, Space Llama Galama. I love names that are fun to say. Frosted Krogus, 07 buddy. Tracer, thank you for the Lahma June compliment. The Lahma mint. Django Bingo Bango. Anyone know if the Ghost Hollow launch program bug is fixed? Has that mission not been working? Anubis, the PTU's been good to you today? Well, that's good to hear. That's good news. Good omen. Colt Kimber, 07th buddy. The cult favorite. You blame their arrogance for just about everything bad that happens in Star Wars. They're kind of set up for it, huh? Like, don't give someone so much power over everything. Like, they can move things with their mind. How do you not get arrogant? Hundreds of years of doing that and nobody else can. Echo! Toes Gang, what's up, dude? How you doing? Better late than never? Dude, you're not late. You're right on time. Hot noodles, good to go. Let's go. Who wants some? Yo, that's one of the that I definitely gotta isolate that audio. Who wants some noodles so we can get it in here as a spawnable sound on the stream. Essential Ozza, you miss playing with us. Well, come join in on Saturday, my friend. Are you waiting for it to go live or what? What it do, yurt? How you been? Once we're back in the States, you'll make a road trip? Dude, it's just a couple of months for us. While we might not be going to Citizen Con, we are coming back to the States around that time. Why does the Jedi Temple never receive memos? Because attachments are forbidden. They just get the regular emails, huh? How long would I reckon before 324 goes live? That I want to make a call on that by the end of today. I'm hoping it's next week. It sounds like they still got some things to figure out from the whispers and murmurs I'm hearing. But I am very hopeful that next week we see 324 go live. And then within hours, we see 4.0 go to Evocati. Within hours! But that won't happen. Matt Sully, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful week, a wonderful day. It's hump day, baby! Who's humping off to work right now? I shouldn't say that. Who is who's enjoying their week? That sounds better. Ah, Reese is headed off to see a customer right now. See you in a few hours, buddy. Have a good chat. I tried to say chat and talk at the same time, so I said tat. Get a good tat while you're out there, dude. The old tattoo while visiting a customer. You called out of work? What you been up to, dude? Mrs. T, are you in chat? Could we possibly a Sprite? That bite of lahmacun in that last one got me. You humping rocket parts at work. Echo. You probably shouldn't do that, man. That might lead to early worker termination. You just humped off of work. Humping off of work, humping on to work, whatever you gotta do. Make the most use of your Wednesday. You just pulled a 16-0 last night because of the metaphorical fire. Right, dude, you're in the middle of the crunch for a game release, right? Isn't that towards the end of next month you guys are releasing? Zero, you're just glad the day is over? Rough day for you. I knew you were having a rough one last week. Things going any better for you? Workstream gain. Dude, I love being second monitor goodness for people at work. I remember those days back in the office. I got to get a whole bunch of hello and welcome in my ears. Tell you what, I didn't get into like actually following specific YouTube channels for gaming news until like 2018. I watched video game stuff on YouTube for at least a decade before that. Generally, I was tuning into things like GameSpot, just like very generic IGN, GameSpot, and like publication channels. I do a lot of reading, but I didn't get to following actual people talking about games for a long time. It took me a while to get into that. How about you? How about you all? Do you currently? Yes, G4. Lots of G4. Attack of the Show was oh god, I watched that, but that was on TV, you know. All of y'all, do you watch specific channels on YouTube? Do you just watch what pops up on recommended? Like, how do you go about getting your gaming news? A Sprite and a martini glass with 2 olives, please. Remove the olives and include some, I don't know about martini, include some vodka. And I'm good to go. I used to hate vodka. Then I realized you can mix it with things. The only thing I like to drink on its own is tequila. Mark Turvey, you're on the phone right now. Using voice to text for this? Nice, dude. That's good voice to text. Not bad, not bad. Stumafu, what's up, dude? Design, welcome in. Would it kill the servers to have Evo and 324 or 324 in PTU and 4.0 in Evo? I don't even know if they can do that. I feel like the Evo and PTU batch of servers are the same. But I might be wrong about that. Next Sunday the game comes out, dude. Congratulations, man. Cheers to you. Well done. Well done on providing the world with more gaming goodness. JPL gets uppity about it, but when it comes down to it, no one can do what we do, so they take their humped components and like it. They better like it. Ain't nobody humping components quite like JPL. Or their contractors. And you know, for governmental purposes, don't quote me on that. I did used to do the air conditioning for SpaceX, and I can confirm their components were well humped. You went to one of those 4x4 parks with man-made obstacles. It was fun. Financial situation is really good, so you can bend super chat rules once or twice a month. Hey, well, congrats to you. That is a fantastic feeling. I wish you continued good financial fortune. I have not been to one of those 4x4 parks. It sounds like the kind of thing that a person who has religiously driven coupes their whole life wouldn't have much knowledge of. Sebastian, how you doing? You tend to avoid the gaming channels to avoid spoilers. You ever watch, there's a lot of good channels that do, like, good essays, though. They don't necessarily follow a single game. They kind of make really good essays about games in general. To be honest, that's where I would like to go at some point as I start branching out a little bit more from Star Citizen. Don't sound the alarms. I will never not cover Star Citizen, but I love game design, covering game design. I've never been a developer, so I'm learning it all kind of as I go. But it is an absolute joy to look at what makes games special and correlate those to what other games are made special through similar things. So I do hope to someday do that. I think one of the channels I love for that kind of stuff is Rabutin, something like that. Makes some great stuff. Game Maker's Toolkit, very good for that. No Clip is more documentary style, but also pretty good for that. I use SkillUp for news. I love SkillUp. His writing is amazing. Perfect combination of casual news, summarized weekly goods, multiple games and like sort of hot topics, and then also just a solid amount of humor in the scripts. I would love to be able to cover Star Citizen with a little more humor. Unfortunately, it caused me too much anxiety for that, so someday we'll get there. Someday. Tyler, I'm good. How you doing today? You used to hate IGN? I got into IGN probably around 2013, 2014 maybe. Before that I was watching a lot of GameSpot. Hangar decorations still flying all around when you land? I haven't seen hangar decorations in weeks. Might be able to put 4.0 on ePTU. Yeah, I don't know how the organization of all that works. You think they have a new website? Could be confusing it with IGN. G4? Huh. Good for them if they're still doing the good work. I just found a new website that I kind of like the articles on called The Gamer. And I'm digging what I see from them. So 94 hauling missions? Jesus. Let me filter my missions, please. Oh my god. Okay, the problem is I want to open up a little bit of work with, I think it's Shubin out here in the Microtech area. See, how would I know where this is? Rayari Cantwell. I don't know what moon this is on. So is this like... Covalix is generally around... I guess it doesn't matter so much. Like they seem to be giving stuff out all across the system. But it's hard to know, like if I want to start my route out here at Microtech. Okay, here we go. All right. Here's a, nah, I want to take a little bit more than that. I see. So these are locational. That's good. They're giving me missions that are actually starting from over here. Solid. In that case, I want to find something that's going from Port Tressler out to a location down on Microtech. I think that would be good. Don't want to go to New Babbage. What is this? Okay, let's start with this. I have no idea what this is. Let's go. Ananza, you can't get out of your hab? Oh boy. Well, there goes our hopes for it going live, huh? Alright, deliver shipments to... Whoa! What the heck is a space station doing here? Sheesh. Who put that there? Alright, so we're going to Rayari Deltana Research Outpost, which looks like it's on the other side of Microtech. So let's make a quick jump. Oh my god, what does that smell? Mrs. Tomato, are you making cookies? Oh, it smells amazing. Have I checked out the new X4 Foundations patch? I haven't. You know what? Maybe we should do that, though. Okay, what? Why am I not getting any ground locations? What do they have in the new update? Didn't that come out, what, a month and a half ago? When do I think the game will fully release? You mean Star Citizen? Ho ho ho, buddy. Years. It's gonna be years. And earlier, experience in game dev is mainly narrative design, but yeah, the whole process is fascinating too. You work in game dev? Games like Star Citizen, you think even the devs learn about it as they go. Yeah, I bet. Breaking new ground seems fun. The objective of today, hello, good speed. Just seeing how the patch is performing, really. Getting you guys a little update on that. Is your first stream? Oh, welcome to the stream, Siler. The streams are good times. We get a little bit more ranty here. A little bit less polished.
You rock. You know that?
And a little more dirty mouth, but that's why we got the button. Because sometimes I can't control it. You know how it is. But welcome in. I hope you get something good out of watching the patch today. Shifty, you lurking today? No problem, dude. Just glad you're here. Daniel, thank you for the super chat, by the way. The hauling contracts need a filter. Yeah, it's a lot of contracts. I wonder if you should be able to filter it by how much cargo you need to pick up and drop off, or if that makes it too easy. I would certainly like to filter based on, maybe not filter, but at least apply the missions to the star map. Like, you know how in RPGs a lot of the time, or action adventure games, when you have a map, it shows you can like either go by missions on the design, like the mission sort of,
you rock. You know that?
Mission contract manager, whatever you want to call it. And then you can also kind of look at your map to see where missions are spawning, side quests and main quests and stuff. I'd love to be able to see, like, have a little toggle that can turn on and off the cargo missions on the star map. So then I can easily just like make a route right there with the different missions I want to get. SC YouTubers are going to start having anxiety meds as channel sponsors. I am surprised that Better Health has not tried to reach out to Star Citizen creators. You just be like, yeah, I followed Star Citizen for years, and after signing up with Better Health, there's a Better Help. I don't know. I would never sponsor them, though. They do not do great job for mental health of people, and have also kind of been abusive of their workers. All right, I'm trying not to crash into the ground and also read chat. Generally a bad idea. I am picking up from here, aren't I? Who here likes to rip hash rosin when playing SC? I mean, I'll drop a J. Yo, good speed. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate you, buddy. Dish Troy, Matt Sully, Shifty, Luna Maria, MM Design, Stumafu. Good speed. The YouTube crew is out in force today. Last dollar in your account. Well, hopefully it went to a good cause. It powers some good cargo missions today. We're coming in here to a distribution center on the surface of Microtech. Owned by Microtech, it looks like. See if we can land up in here, get ourselves a freight elevator spot, and get our first mission loaded up. We will be taking whatever we get here down to a research center on the other side of the planet. See, and that is quintessential cargo mission from what I'm thinking. This makes so much sense. 10 SCU of supplies going from here to a research outpost on the same planet is exactly what I imagine a distribution center would be used for. It would be cool then to... I don't know how would, let's see, how would agricultural supplies, like what would they do at that research center in your guys' mind? Let's do a little bit of brainstorming together. A little bit of, I don't want to call it speculation because like, I wouldn't assume they're ever going to actually do this, but in your mind, what is a research center doing with agricultural supplies and how would that work itself into somebody else's game loop? All right, so it seems the problem that I'm having here right now is I'm not getting a hanger. They're growing weed for the devs. Seed genetic splicing. So whatever kind of gameplay they're going to be doing for like science and research, they need to allow players to do at the research center. Is that what you're saying? Graphics overhaul, new tutorial, get players in the game. Wait, they didn't graphics overhaul on X4? That's what I've been saying I was hoping they would do. I'll have to check that out. Alright, so... first location. And we're already running into a bit of a problem here. Looks like it's not even showing up on my comms to call for a landing. What's up with that? Do I just gotta get really close? That's weird. Well, if you opened it, then I wouldn't be able to get the cargo from my mission. If I had a vehicle that could transport SCU, then I could just drive the stuff from all the way out here. But yeah, it looks like I can't even get a hangar. You're able to land at one this morning? Could be this server. Weird that it doesn't even pop up on my comms. Oh, do the pads have cargo elevators on them? I didn't know that. That's great. I don't need a... Whoa! What the... What is that, a tree? Oh my gosh, who put that tree there? What an absolute joke. The ships in X4 look so much better when fighting them now. And the UI is awesome. Ooh. That's good, that's good, that's good. Alrighty. Let's go get our cargo, load it up, and get on our way. Okay, they're acting real weird with this. I just want to look down at the screen. Oh my sweet lord. How about maybe if I put this away? There we go. All right, let's send the elevator down. Discord mate of yours called X4 Kmart Star Citizen. It's a great single player game. And bring our cargo back up. Okay, cool. First 4 SCU. That would be awesome if they were able to get this live on Friday. Okay, why is my box floating up in the air like that? I don't think it'll go live today, no. I think we're still looking at them getting some more little things figured out with this. And then we got another 2 in there. You think they'll get 4.0? They need to get 4.0 going. I love your enthusiasm, and I really do hope that 4.0 is looking at some kind of testing in the near future. But I don't know. Man, my boxes really want to just fly up into the air. Is this agricultural supplies or helium? All right, we're loaded up. Let's be on our way. Notice the C1 is doing well in the showdowns. Do C1 owners get the paint if it wins? C1 owners already get a paint because it made it to the semifinals. But I do think that the winner gets another paint too. Just tossing some 2-ton crates around. Yeah. 4.0 booth at CitizenCon? God, I hope not. Nah, I think this year's CitizenCon, they should do a Squadron 42. Whoops. I just hit engines instead of landing gear. That was a classic tomato move. I think this year at CitizenCon, they should have a Squadron 42 demo playable. Do I think it'll be an Evocati before 4.0? I certainly hope so. I think that's like the bare minimum. Like that's the worst case scenario. I would want to see it at PTU by CitizenCon, but that's also shooting high. That's my hopes. My expectations are lower than that. I know in my video today that I put out, I posted the possibility of it going to Open PTU by CitizenCon, and I know even though I said in the video that that's unlikely, a lot of people are going to have something to say about that. How can 4.0 PTU be anytime soon when they already pushed it to the end of the year? Well, they can still have it in PTU. The end of the year, the Q4 date is for it going live. Generally, that's what their goal is for it going live. But it can be an Evocati well before that. .324 has been in testing for like 2 months. Yeah. Although 324 has been in testing because of the instanced hangars, it seems, right? And the way the database works with that stuff. Now, of course, server meshing will have some database complications, but I would be interested in seeing just how much of that they might have figured out on their end before going and testing it at scale. But again, testing 4.0 at scale, that can reveal all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm flying the C1 right now. Because of the delay, surely they are even currently rushing to put a bunch of 4.0 slides for CitizenCon, but none of that sounds logical, really. I think that the stuff that they'll put up for Citizen Con, they won't really link to a patch. More so is just the next features they want to work on. Hey, Mrs.
Toes.
Can I have a Sprite, please? Thank you. Yeah, it'd be good if they could get it to any sort of PTU by the con. Ooh, that's a little bit of a ways away, huh?
Not sponsored by Sprite, though it could be.
Reach out, Sprite. When I get real frustrated with delays, I pop open a can of Sprite and all worries gone. See, Sprite? We could do it. We could figure something out. No, I would also, I don't think I would ever want to work with a soda company. Isn't this, like, who makes this? This is freaking Coca-Cola anyways. God, Coca-Cola. Leave us alone. They're just everywhere. Literally just umbrellas at restaurants have Coca-Cola. We were in Montenegro a few years ago, and there was a restaurant with the Coca-Cola logo on their name, like on the front name of their restaurant. That company just buys up everything. They're like the Nestle of sodas. How many episodes do I think we will initially be released with Squadron? I mean, it's listed, isn't it? On the progress tracker? Yeah, we'll get our skins automatically. Yeah, we're heading back to the US soon. A couple months from now. Probably right after CitizenCon, we'll head back. We'll be flying in Pyro by Christmas. I mean, at least in a PTU. I would hope. Hey, look, it's Spider. They did mention that instance hangers... Oh, we're coming in fast. Okay, we're good. Instant hangers is something they couldn't afford to get wrong, as if it didn't work and people couldn't get access to their hangers, the whole game would be busted. Yeah, the hanger stuff, they like really had to make it solid before they went live. So I kind of understand how long it took for them to do it, but man, it's been...
You know that?
God, this has been one hell of a PTU cycle. And to be quite honest, because of the way that 323 went with all the delays and the features getting pushed out, just feels like we've been in 323 PTU since March, you know? Oh, okay. I was about to start following that other yellow arrow. First destination. Well, first drop-off destination. Broccoli! Hey, dude. Good to see you in chat, man. Head back to the US sooner. We've got plans up until that point. Or else we might actually have. But we'll be probably staying a little longer than we planned. So that's good fun. How you doing, man? It's good to see you in chat. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I hope you are, I hope you and the family are well. Bro, what is with these boxes floating up in the air? They're like 4 tons. Why are they acting like this? Skins will just get attributed to anybody who has the ship, I believe. Real question is how much damage control they want to cover by giving us the first 2 chapters of Squadron at SitCon. Oh, they're not going to give us any chat. If there is anything they were going to do for any sort of damage control, it would certainly not involve giving us more Squadron than, I think, like, maybe the first, like, seeing the first little bits of it, whatever the tutorial might be in that game, possibly showing us the vertical slice from 2018 again. I don't know, it's CIG. They don't want to do any damage control. They're just gonna continue along with what they're doing. And, you know, hopefully, for our sake, improve the communication a little bit surrounding what's going on. Again, if they have this patch in PTU by October, then they're not that far off from what I can't even read that, bro. What does that say? Delivery failed. Oh no, but we were doing so well. Is it because I didn't select anything? No? Seems the elevator's just broken. Come on now. We're so close. We're almost there. Do I have to do that first? Is that why? Ah, no. They're still having trouble with these elevators. That's a bummer. Great update vid explaining 324 and 4.0 like always, excellently done. Thank you, Mr. Heaviness. I was not gonna lie, the only video that I felt comfortable going and looking at the comments for over the last like month after I released a video was the Terrapin one. Because that was all fun and games and hype. Every other video has been like about features or updates or general feelings, and I just know that like the comments are going to be angry. You know, I'm trying to lift my vibes, you know? I'm trying to be more positive. And this freight manager is not helping. Are there actual fingerprint smudges on this screen though? Is that what I'm seeing over there on the right side? C1 is very popular. Oh, dude. How can you not love the C1? I think I might do a video for the C1 as well. Are they just going to scoot right on through semifinals today and then... Whoa! Oh, is that Spider? Toes. Is that you, Spider? I like how anybody can just come over here and grab the cargo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No. Maybe if I do a little dance on them. Da da, little tapping, da da da, da da da, 360, da da, ba da ba ba ba. All right. How about now? Hey, you know what? Just to like make all of this more safe and not be terrified when somebody's running up on me, I'm just gonna add you to the party. Hey, Jordak, thank you for the membership on YouTube, by the way. You a real one. YouTube comments will harsh the mellow. See, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to roast the mellow. That nice, solid golden brown. Don't make my marshmallow black. Don't burn me up to a crisp. Ah, brother. I don't think this one's gonna work, folks. What if I take one of the boxes off? How about one at a time? Nope. Yeah, so clearly there is still work to be done. Especially with these smaller locations. They're going to show some short gameplay demo of Squadron 42. Nobody's going to get to play it 100% guaranteed. That could be the case. They're super, super close to the chest when it comes to Squadron. They might not want anybody to get any hands-on until it's ready to release. I really do think, though, that they should have a small playable demo at Citizen Con. Dude. Okay, what if there are no boxes on here? Is it just like the elevator itself is just straight up not gonna go down? Okay. Now it's saying it's lowered, but it's not. So I just glitched it out. I think I just glitched it out. This is going well. Same slow summer gloominess that comes over some bits of the community. New patch 4.0 in testing. While I agree, it's the same kind of summer gloominess. There was a lot of communication at the beginning of this year and the end of last year to build up hype beyond what we normally get. And I think that really added to it. And that stuff that was talked about, I put it at the end of the video I put out today. Hacking, quantum travel, weapon wear and tear, custom tattoos and piercings for the character creator. These are all things that were specifically verbatim named as coming in the first 6 months, and then they didn't, and they haven't really been talked about. And I think that kind of stuff is what has made this period harder for people, because that's not expectations that anybody but CIG created. Bro, I think I broke this thing. Okay. Well, I guess this is as good as that delivery's going to get for them. Hope you all enjoy your agricultural supplies out on the landing pad. Suckers. See if there's any missions we can pick up from here at least. Oh, man. Okay. Any Rayari? I think there was a Rayari. Research Center, Everest Harbor, Mike 1, Port Tressler, Rayari Caltag. I don't believe we're at Caltag. No, we're at Deltana. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't even want to pick up anything from here. Why don't we go back up to a space station and then try a station-to-station mission? Solar medium cargo haul. That's... We could do that. Argyle 5, though. Let's pick something up at Port Tressler. Here we go. We'll go Port Tressler to Mike L4. The other elevator is also broken. Hey, you know what? Good question. Let's see. I'm just guessing that the whole location's broken, but... see if I can lower this. Nope. Broke it. I'm very good at that. Weird that they're adding a feature that introduces more server database load before adding the tech that lessens server load. Trust me, I think they wanted server meshing to be in the game before this. But it just has taken too long. And the whole reason that we're in this position of people being sick of this game without the game expanding is because so many features have waited for server meshing. I think some of these more significant things they need to just push. They need to just get it out even if server meshing is not ready. All they really needed was the database for this one. Yeah, if I touch it, it's broken. Should have known. Currently building a new 324 PTU hotfix to address player elevator issues on the current PTU. Hey, look at that. Goal is to release this onto the PTU today to verify the fix. And if all is well, we'll be our live release candidate. What? They're talking about a live release candidate today? Okay, that's... Hey, check me out. I made my clickbait title before they got their message of the day out. CIG listening to the stream over here. That's how they decided. They were like, oh, Space Tomato's seeing if it's ready for live. We should push live. Clearly it's time. That's how they work. Not sure how you feel about that. Well, that's the only problem we've run into so far, right? Is that elevator problem. Let's see if we can run into any other glitches. If all is well, of course. The fact that they're even mentioning a live release candidate is what surprises me. It very well might not go live. It probably won't go live, but the fact that they are even considering a live release candidate kind of surprised me. Master of clickbait titles. I'm terrible, man. I'm terrible at freaking clickbait. I am so ridiculously... You know how long Mrs. Tomato was telling me that I needed to get a little bit more fun with the titles before I did? I try to be way too literal. Which... Something I discovered throughout making YouTube videos is that the best way to title a YouTube video is not to make it... Like, clickbait is normal. That's just how things work. But there's good clickbait and there's bad clickbait. There's the clickbait that I think is the proper way to do it, which is to explain the narrative of your video. So if you wanted to make a video about No Man's Sky releasing a big update, and this update overhauls a lot of the stuff that's been in the game since, you know, way back in the day, then the title for that video could be something like how No Man's Sky has transformed their 8-year-old game. That might not be the most interesting, but I see that as a... And then your video itself isn't necessarily about how they transformed the 8-year-old game, it's about the new features, right? So instead of saying, No Man's Sky, update, blah blah, adding this and this and this in your title, you're doing something that's a little bit more setting up a narrative, and then you need to go about actually making a video that runs with that narrative rather than just, you know, putting out some random video. So, like, there is a way to do the baiting of clicks, and I think it is a way in which you should both correspond with the video you're making and also reward people for clicking on it by giving them what they actually thought they were getting. But then there's, like, the bad clickbait, which is basically just saying whatever the f you want to say, you know, that you know will get people's attention, and then making your video about something that's slightly similar, but not really related to the narrative that you set. It's all about the narrative you set, in my opinion. They mentioned live last week as well. Did they? Shows how up to date I am. It'll be nice to have your bigger in-game purchase ships for cargo since the Vulture and Nomad are your biggest ships in the PTU because poor. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to start earning ships again. Mike L4. Oh boy, we are... Oh no, that's our delivery. Where's our pickup? Picking up at Tressler? Is that what I said it as? You heard someone on a podcast predicting they will announce Squadron 42 release date for late 25 with a 90-day window, and you're absolutely no shot of it releasing in 25 even if they announce it. You don't believe they have a shot of releasing it in 25? Why not? Your estimate for 324 was late August, early September. They want 4.0 in EPTU at the beginning of September, so they can troubleshoot and be open by Citizen Con. That would be amazing. I was hoping that we would at least see it in the PTU by the end of the summer. I was still saying that in my own videos back in, I think it was June. But I believe that that will not happen. Although, when does summer officially end? Like September 13th or something like that? Actually, I think a lot of people say Labor Day is the end of summer, right? Yeah, I heard about the message of the day today. I am not a master clickbaiter. I think I do okay for myself though. I don't need to be a masturbator, Matt. I don't need to be a master clickbaiter. God damn it.
Toes.
Oh god, this is why you don't give me soda after 6 p.m. I say dumb things. I don't need to be a master clickbaiter, okay? Just a master video maker is what I was going to say. Good god. Alright, after feature complete, most games have about 1 to 2 years of polish before release, so end of 2025 is right in that window. It's not outside a realm of possibility. But this is not most games. No, but I do agree there. I think that a year and a half or so for polish on that game makes sense, but it does also sound a bit like they've run into some more problems with Squadron. Getting it ready to go. I don't know if No Man's Sky is on a downward curve of popularity. That game continues to bump up the numbers. I mean, maybe concurrent player popularity-wise, yeah, but No Man's Sky literally only makes money from selling new copies. So people just continue to buy that game, and it's impressive. Hey, Nordic American, thank you so much for the sub. I'm sorry I missed that. Using your Prime sub on me? Much love to you. Thank you. Anybody who's on Twitch... if you've got, hey, don't touch my cargo. No, it's okay. You can do that. If you've got Amazon Prime, you do get a free sub on Twitch.
Thank you very much.
Much love to you for that. Broccoli became a member. To be honest, as a kid, wasn't crazy about broccoli. As an adult, still not too crazy about broccoli, but I love its nearby cousin, cauliflower. You can do amazing things with it. Highly recommended. 5 out of 5 would recommend cauliflower whenever you need to get your veggies in. Lots of ways to eat it. It's good times. What would I take the C1 out for specifically? Honestly, all of my general purpose missions in a more safe system is where I'm gonna keep my C1. Oh, wow, I need to repair this thing. So, like, if I'm doing little cargo missions like this in a system like Stanton or Castra or Terra, then I'd have my C1. If I'm making some trips to outposts to run some engineering missions or something, then I'm running my C1. If I need to go and do something that's ground vehicle related, then I'll pack it in the C1 and take it out somewhere. I'm generally taking this if I know I'm not going to get shot at too much. And definitely as we go forward in the future, the smaller your ship, the easier time you're going to have with engineering and components and wear and tear and all that. So I will probably stick to this ship a lot in just my future in Star Citizen, I think. Like, this isn't a just this patch kind of ship for me. Whoops. All right, let's repair this thing. This is CIG, and as long as they have had to delay 4.0, I just don't see them polishing and finishing Squadron in 2 years. Yeah, but they've had to delay 4.0 because of server meshing. Squadron 42 doesn't even touch server meshing as far as I'm aware. All you'd have to do for Squadron 42 is object container streaming because you're not running on servers. You're just loading the game in and out as people move around it. So the main holdup of 4.0, which again, for the last 7 years, the holdup for 4.0 has been server meshing. That's not even a consideration for Squadron as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong about that. Any Squadron devs in the chat want to slap me around and correct me? In fact, we could... Hold up. Hey, Chris. What's holding up Squadron 42? Ah. Okay. Thanks, man. Get back to work. Cool. Yeah, he said buy more ships. I believe it. Can I drop you off at your F8? Elevator ain't working. Yeah, dude. Where's your F8? Launching Squadron is a huge risk for CIG, so they naturally want to postpone it as much as possible. If they could delay it till 2030, they would do it. You think most Star Citizens make a mistake of thinking everything from a gamer perspective when they should be thinking about this from a company perspective. But
Are you getting our sample?
no. For them, from the company perspective, CIG has investors that they need to please. Bruh, are you not repairing my ship? What's going on here? CIG has investors that they need to actually give a return to. And those investors came into this because of Squadron 42. Their investments go towards Squadron 42 in terms of marketing. Their deadlines match up a lot with the schedule that Squadron 42 has been on. They're not just answering to us. They're answering to the Calder family as well. And so they can't really delay. They can't keep delaying Squadron. They have a lot of payments that they need to make next year. So they better get it polished, because if they don't, they might have to push it out broken. And oh my God, if they did that. Yeah, man, I say we server hop. I'm not feeling this server. And I think the feeling is mutual, in that there is no feeling. I'm hopping out to menu. You fly your C1 for everything except bounties. You also use it alongside your vulture. Yeah, that's another good one. It's a nice little friend for salvagers. Toes. All right, let's try jumping into a US server. Has CIG ever pushed out anything broken before? No. No. Of course not. Never. They don't do that. Buy more ships. Nah, he stopped buying ships 3 years ago. You've bought a few paints, but no more ships. Christopher! You're the reason that Squadron 42 isn't out yet. Dude. What have you done? Which game would I love to be released more? Squadron 42 or GTA 6? I mean, buddy. Buddy. You know, Mrs. Tomato is like more GTA fan than I am. It's been funny to watch her transformation in GTA go from just like murdering and killing and pillaging everything to like playing the game more as a civilized, we'll say a civilized Grand Thefter. Bro, somebody just posted a issue council link in the chat. How is anybody gonna copy that down? Alright, just so that we stay here at all times. No Man's Sky started out broken. Yeah, but No Man's Sky was made by like 13 people. It's okay, and granted, it was okay for it to be broken, but they... Oh! Red Bull gives you wings, eh? It was okay to be broken, but that game was just straight up not what they were saying it was going to be. I'd rather have Squadron.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
To be honest, if I wanted GTA, I could always play GTA 5, and it's a pretty good feeling. If I wanted Squadron, what the heck am I supposed to play? Freelancer? Or Wing Commander?
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
You've been playing GTA 5 for the first time since college? How long has that been?
Stand by. Your vehicle has been...
Abs, what's up? How you doing today, dude? Ethnification, good to see you. Artec, welcome in. As a Battlefield fan, push out broken game is normal, then they fix it with several patches after release. Dude, after a Battlefield fan, I feel like I'm on life support. I missed the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 days. Like hardcore, I missed that. Didn't know how good we had it. And I also think I was in a different time of my life where I could just sit down and play Battlefield for 2 hours straight and not worry about other responsibilities. Like, not gonna lie, nostalgia, rose-tinted glasses. I was in school, so like, there weren't things to take care of. I wasn't adulting as hard. But damn, it was good. Yeah, I know Battlefield 4 servers are still full, but I played that game for like 6 years. I was hoping for a good evolution, you know, to carry me on. Like, the idea of Battlefield 2042 was really where it's at. And honestly, maybe I should get back into playing it a little bit. Just don't have the time. I haven't even gotten back into Satisfactory yet. That game's coming out. Bro, I have to do a Star Wars Outlaws video, and then I got to get around to doing a Satisfactory video before then. And now if 324 is live, I'm going to have to do a video for that. It's just like there's a lot of stuff to do, you know? The gaming is too good. I think they stopped dev on 2042. Dude, I wonder what DICE is doing with that franchise now. Is it confirmed somewhere that CIG has investors that could basically force Chris to launch Squadron 42? Did they just invest during early days of the project? Don't understand why Chris would ever agree to something like that. Because the backer money keeps rolling in, and the whole point was to not have a publisher and have freedom to do whatever. They don't own a controlling stake, so they can't force anything to happen. But they are supposed to get their money, and that was the deal that they got into. Hey, help us market Squadron 42 and we'll pay you back some of that money. And they liked Squadron 42 enough to do that. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely written down. I saw it in the audit that the British government did last year or 2 years ago. It talks about that. Morphologist did a video on it, so I'd go and watch that video. I think he actually references it itself. But yeah, the backer money was coming in, but backer money has several different times throughout this project slowed down a lot when they needed more. And unfortunately, that more did not make the game come out faster. Hey, Echo, I don't want to hear it from you. You're part of the Satisfactory crew.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Oh, Battlefield Bad Company 2 was great. I was so happy to be able to reference that game in the video earlier this month? At the end of last month?
Stand by.
Anyone else looks at the seats on the C1 and sees jovial, smiling faces greeting them. I'll take a look. What is with my frame rate right now? Wow, my CPU was chugging for a little bit there. You okay? You good, bro? Whew. Hot. Hot stuff. asking for a source. Yeah, I don't have it on hand. I mean, I can show you the page where the investment was announced if you want that. I don't have the government document from the UK folks that says that they have to pay. But again, I think Morph does put it up in the video that he published at the beginning of this year. Oh, this last video, that's the first time you've seen Morph upset? Nah, Morph's been feeling the anxiety for a while now. And, you know, I think everybody should consider that it's not just the game, it's also personal life and stuff that's going on outside of the game that can cause more anxiety. But it's definitely, as somebody who has to cover this and pay attention to every little thing, and on top of paying attention to every little thing, there's a vast number of anecdotes and links and proof and videos and stuff that you get sent when you're doing content creation for Star Citizen. So we get a lot of stuff sent to us that is also factoring into how we feel about the game and what's going on. He's got a huge YouTube channel, the biggest YouTube channel for a dedicated Star Citizen creator. So he's probably gotten it much longer and a lot more than I do. So that weighs in on it. And he also, not gonna lie, got a lot of shit from the community. I think more than deserved for like just opinion videos that he put out over the last couple of years. That's probably been souring him too. But I sat next to him at CitizenCon last year, and the beginning of CitizenCon, he wasn't super jazzed. He was obviously excited like the rest of us, but he was feeling down about the game. And I've also had him on the podcast at the beginning of almost every year for the last 3 years, and every single time we talk, and he's like, yeah, man, I don't know if this year is really going to be a good year for them moving the actual game forward with things like server meshing. So after all of that, and then we get to CitizenCon last year, the beginning of the event, he's feeling some kind of way. By the end of the event, he was pumped. It turned him around completely. It was amazing. I should have taken a video of the whole thing, because it was just this incredible transformation of like kind of to like super hyped and feeling good and feeling like things were going in the right direction. So I think that encapsulated what a lot of people felt after CitizenCon last year, and with a lot of the messaging that they gave. And then the first 9 months of this year, while some of that has been delivered, still again, the big foundational thingamajigs that were really driving a lot of the hype at CitizenCon last year, or in December of last year, haven't shown themselves quite as much. The preview channel hasn't been used that much. We haven't seen hacking. We haven't seen the new quantum mechanics. Wear and tear on the weapons isn't really doing much. Quantum travel hasn't been reworked to go in line with the star map. And then, server meshing, which was said to be in the summer and got pushed back a little bit. This is the whole point of my video that I released today. Not to say that people should or should not be frustrated about delays, but to explain why people are. And can you not? Sorry, there's a bug in here. It's just a light. It's not a big deal. And yeah, so I mean, he's been feeling it for the last few years, and that's just because of really the main thing that a lot of other people have been feeling it. Server meshing continues to be delayed. And server meshing is the most important thing to this project. Period. Yeah, the A2 thing was blown out of proportion. Next time I sit with a CIG dev, can I please tell them to change the look of the multi-tool to a glove? Man, I'm not just having coffee and dev time. The only time I've ever sat with a CIG dev was, well, I guess on the podcast, but at CitizenCon. And even then, the only person, let's see, I talked to somebody about the economy, and then I tried to talk to John Crew, but he was in the middle of a conversation, so that was awkward. Okay, let's try another mission here. I just want to go Port Tressler to another space station. Can we do that? Direct Interstellar. Everest Harbor. Port Tressler. It's going down to a distribution center. You know what? Screw it. Let's do a distribution center then. Give it another try. Server meshing wasn't delayed because it has issues. It was delayed because 324 is having issues. Perspective. We don't know that. They didn't say that. And they haven't really put it in the preview channel. Like, there are unanswered questions, which means we can't come to conclusions of why anything is being delayed or is not. I hope it's not because server meshing has issues, but we haven't really been able to test it this year, despite, you know, them telling us that the preview channel would be used to test it. Now we get to see if they do push 324 out to live and suddenly server meshing is in the is in Evocati, then yeah, it's probably because of 324 and PTU. But they didn't like specifically say that. They just kind of hinted at it. Hyper focus on SC News is a really good way to feel depressed. You like how you do with the feature watches and stuff. Yeah, I put the feature watches on the back burner a little bit. The feature watches don't seem to really resonate with people all that much, or as much as, you know, I had hoped. So I'm looking for other ways to do kind of packaged news, because while they are good, it doesn't seem like people really want to hear about just one single feature so much. The feature watches basically like released. The first one did well, second one did almost as well, third one did kind of well, and then fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. After I started releasing more and more of them, they did not do very well. Reactions to the feature watches did better than the feature watches themselves, and at that point, there's not really much reason in doing them. So I'm looking at other choices for content, but I did enjoy those. They're a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do them live instead. Yeah, inventory kiosks don't have any inventory or any UI anymore. I think that they just added those in and used the freight elevator UI for them, and they probably want to have a specific UI for the inventories. Oh, they are not the kind of people that just push things to prove people wrong. CIG definitely doesn't really care about proving people wrong. They just continue to do what they're doing. At least I don't think they do. I've never really seen them make moves out of spite or anything like that. Communication-wise, they will. So if you look at what they do on a like on Star Citizen Live, what's being said, that kind of stuff usually will be said based on what everybody else is saying, but their releases don't really seem to factor in on... Bro, why is there's so many ladybugs in our house these last few days? What you doing here? How are these bugs even getting in? The window's closed. What's my full-time job? This? YouTube? What's going on? I suddenly can't move. Producing YouTube videos is my full-time job. And, I just somehow disconnected the game. What is going on? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, max lift is a little bit too slow. I mean, maybe it's based on weight. These are 1-ton boxes. If they get the result that server meshing can't be done right now, they should flash out some game mechanics, expand the verse by 1 or 2 systems, reduce backlog on mechanics, and progress meshing in the background, possibly with evolving tech. And just do like loading screens. Problem is, this game's needed server meshing since like 2018. Since they added in the planets, like we can't, the game, even one system doesn't work anymore with just one server. That's why we have so many problems. It'd be cool if they could do something instead of having server meshing, but even now, if they put loading screens between each star system, we'd still have crappy AI. And like a bunch of just slow responding stuff in the game. Well, I know all houses have bugs, but I've never seen so many ladybugs before. Like, we don't always have moths flying around. I'm wondering where the moth's coming from. When you lived in Kentucky, every summer in the attic of your house was swarmed with literal hundreds of ladybugs. It was no bueno. Wonder if they're coming from the attic. Like, can you guys at least kill off all the aphids? Get the aphids for us. Don't have a ton of plants. We have a few of them. Okay, here we go. Gonna try again. You going back to your ship, Spider? What the heck? Not sure you've heard my opinions on master mode. Sorry if that's a touchy subject. I've talked so much about master modes. I'm waiting to see where it goes. I think... I guess I talked about it in an exclusive video. Mainly. You know, there's a video on the YouTube channel called "Is Star Citizen Arcadeifying Their Space Sim?" Watch that. It's got... I kind of talk about master modes overall. I'm not all that interested in it because I don't care. Like, of all of the people who are into the spaceship flying part of space sims, I'm not really one of them. Like, I grew up and I flew a couple different spaceship games, but I'm more of the living in space and doing things on my own 2 feet kind of person. That's why whenever we bring up the idea of people not flying and just running crew, I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm a hauler, a salvager, a miner, an FPS player, a base builder, a farmer, a looter. Whatever you need, I'll do it. I'm just not great at flying ships, and I'm not super interested in it. So when it comes to master modes, like, as long as it's a system that I can learn and I can do fairly well, and like it provides me with a decent amount of depth, I'm good with it. That being said, from a content creator standpoint of like trying to represent all of the different parts of the game, I understand why it's annoying to a lot of people, not just in the fact that it has hampered the combat scene, but it's also kind of complicated the way that ships work a little bit, and it feels a little needless in the way that it's done it. It also creates things like little arbitrary speed limits, like when you switch over to SCM and your ship just magically slows down a ton. That kind of stuff's annoying. But at the end of the day, I understand that this game is expanding for far beyond dogfighting, and just like things are changing to accommodate for the fact that we are physically moving boxes around, things are also changing to accommodate the fact that we are going to be spending more time in turrets and capital ships and targeting components and all that kind of stuff. So I understand why they need to slow down combat. And after seeing them try to slow down combat naturally, like 4 years ago, and that completely failed, I understand why they're now just forcing it. Because they can't wait anymore. You can't take the elevator? Wait, do I need to come and pick you up? Oh boy. Alright, I'm coming back. Can't be done right now. Postponing everything else can't be the solution. If everything else is waiting on one single feature, you'll need to bypass it, otherwise your backlog will grow and grow. In that case, though, they would need to find a way to split up the star system into loading screens. Because if they want this game to work, it needs to run smoother. So if that would mean, I don't know, implement the air and halo belts and then make those loading screens. I don't know. But I can't. Putting off server meshing won't really fix the problems that we have right now, in my opinion. Do I have issues with cargo boxes disappearing in my hangar when the doors open? I haven't noticed that, no. Hey, Nomad, thank you for the sub, my friend. Appreciate you subbing up at tier 1 for this month. Welcome to the sub club, mate. There will be an exclusive video ready for you on Discord in a couple of hours. With small hauling missions earning as much as the larger, do you think it could invalidate the larger missions? They gotta have some reason for people to do the larger ones for sure. When I'm looking for people to interview, what things do I consider? Are you picking up by topic or choosing topic after your guest? I usually choose people by topic. Heard about Satisfactory the other day. What is that game about? Oh, it's all about building. Building and becoming efficient at building. It's about basically you're putting together a factory, but you have to start from step 0. So first you need to build the small amounts of things to get resources to start building bigger things. So manual mining, right? You go and you just knock a couple rocks off a cliffside. You smelt those down manually, and then you use that to build out a conveyor belt and a permanent miner. And then that miner can extract those rocks without your help and send them down a conveyor belt to a smelter, and it'll do all of it for you. And you continue that process over and over in different ways, creating your own factory in whichever way you want, and making it more and more efficient until you can build a gigantic space elevator. And then you build out some very advanced components and you ship those up the space elevator to complete a goal. So it's all about learning how to be logistical, efficient, and obsessive over your factory. It's a really fun game. All right, come on down to my hangar. Dyson Sphere program is pretty cool. Different perspective too. Pick a topic, find two people on complete opposite sides, and watch the fury fly. I believe I've done that. At least I try to. I don't know, I'm putting together a Citizen Central episode on next Saturday. And that'll be bringing together some voices that have been in a little bit of disagreement. So that should be an interesting one. But we're all friends. Oh, you're dead? All right. Good God. Then away I go. Man, I hate this. I hate having to jump to the planet 30 kilometers away before I can jump to the location. You're not dead. You're 120 kilometers away.
Toes.
All right.
Toes.
You gonna jump to the menu? Have you already jumped to the menu? Should I just go? I'm almost there. Well, I'm glad you're having fun with it. We have posters as subscriber rewards, and currently there's no way to place them. Do they not work in the hangars yet? Unbeckable, you had a griefer at Seraphim Station? Or they're doing just killing everybody? Yeah, it seems like they really have a bunch of edge case problems with these hangars right now, which is what they said they were figuring out back in April. So that's annoying. Why is it a griefer if you kill someone? Well, first of all, it could have been a she. But I think if they're just killing people and not stealing that cargo, then they're not really doing much for their own gameplay, which sounds like grief to me. Just so you could call him a serial killer, if that's better. But I think you kind of gotta have an objective for killing people if you don't want to be labeled as just like somebody ruining fun.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Maybe their gameplay is looking for PvP and fighting the authorities, but if nobody's fighting back, that's not PvP. That's not PvP, that's PV. Like, if you want to have PvP, then go find other people who are fighting.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There's got to be a line. They did not say nobody was fighting back. Okay. Unbeckable, was anybody fighting back? In my opinion, there's got to be a line for when you can say that people are being obtuse with their combat gameplay. And continuing to make excuses for somebody to just keep killing people does not sound like Does not sound like a recipe for a good experience for everybody. Nobody was fighting back. Okay, there we go. Nobody was fighting back, so they should have gone somewhere else to fight people.
Quantum travel engaged.
Toes. In the real life, we call it aggregated assault. Aggravated assault. For all you know, someone paid them to kill you. Doesn't have to be about piracy. Okay. Well, if somebody paid them to kill every person at a space station, then I guess CIG needs to take that ability off the table. Like, if I pay somebody to kill every single beginner coming out of the tutorial stage of a game, do you think they're going to want that in the game? Like, that sounds like we are creating reasons for CIG to say, okay, we're just going to make that impossible. That's how we get armistice zones. And that's what kind of, that I guess is the point of the alpha, is that they want people to play and do these things so that they can come up with the reasons to restrict this stuff. But I'm somebody who advocates for there not being armistice zones and not being invisible walls that stop people from doing stuff. But when you can just say, oh, well, they just got paid to murder every person that came out of their hangars. Oh, they got paid to run into all of the ships of everybody who was flying around. Then at that point, well, what is CIG going to do? They're going to stop it. Because it doesn't really help them. Like, it's making it harder to advocate for the ability to PvP everywhere. And I'm putting out a video this week that talks about the ability to PvP everywhere, but I don't know. Those kinds of takes. Entering private, what? How am I trespassing if I'm on a cargo delivery mission? How does that make sense? Grey Cat Stanton 4, Production, Complex A. Well, that's a problem. So this would definitely be another reason that we can't run these cargo missions. You don't have what, Anansi? Oh, because you don't have the mission. Alright, take that. Made me sound like Sonic the Hedgehog. Take that! This game has too little content right now. People are desperate. If killing someone at Seraphim leads to a server-wide headhunt for those guys, that'd be fun gameplay. But that's not... that doesn't matter if it's fun or not. It's literally stomping on other people who are just doing stuff. And if there's like a target on somebody's head for them to get killed, then cool. But if somebody is killing everybody who's coming out of space stations, that's not the same. It also, if we allow it now, by the time there is enough stuff to do in the game that people aren't bored, it's not going to matter, because the people who did it when there wasn't enough stuff in the game are going to say, well, you let us do it before, why can't we do it now? And CIG would then, have to make a bunch of statements about why people can no longer murder spree outside of space stations because we added more updates. That's just asking for a lot of trouble. Do you accept the mission? You don't think randomly killing people in a PvP game is... You don't think you need a reason to kill other people in a PvP game? Man, y'all are gonna fuck this game up with that kind of stance. I'm sorry. I think that we should be able to kill anybody we want, but I think there should be reasons. If you're gonna say that there shouldn't be a reason for killing somebody in a PvP game, then what's the point of anybody playing the game, man? People are just not gonna play. Like, we need people in the game to play. Yeah, we can't approach this place. This is so weird. They're like, come here, deliver your shipment. Hey, don't come to this place. We're going to shoot you down. I guess this is another glitch that maybe is stopping the cargo missions from working. Yeah, there need to be reasons and definitely consequences for stuff in this game. I agree with you there. But as of right now, I'm 100% aware that this game cannot keep up with that. And so, like, you can easily sit outside of a populated space and just murder people and not really get any consequences for it because the game can't handle the security. And that's a problem with the game. But I think it's kind of griefing to exploit that problem, especially when people don't know what the hell is going on. But that's a problem with the game. The game is just too far behind the systems that they've set up for people to use. Dude, we can't run any of these missions. Nothing works. Like, I just want to take a mission that goes from a space station to a space station because anything that has to do with ground locations is just broken. Let's see, direct solar is what we need. Direct solar medium. No. Direct solar... Direct solar small. Okay, let's try this. Hort Tressler to Mike L4. Ay, ay, ay.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
What's the bluff? Is 324 ready for live? No, it's not. Yeah, better NPCs and rep could save PvP. See, what I'm worried about is it getting too out of hand now and then forcing the hand of CIG to just stop working in that direction. I want them to make it so that we can use our guns and stuff anywhere, but if we push it too hard, too fast, we don't know if they're gonna just like have to, just from pressure, lock it down. I don't think anybody who likes the original idea of this game really wants that. I know people want to have fun with it right now, but the game basically plays as a live service right now that doesn't have the systems to account for that kind of stuff. And we're already seeing ways in which they are changing the game, at least temporarily, to account for those things when they run too hard against the casual crowd. It should absolutely be fixed with bounties and NPC police, but I think that the idea that you shouldn't need a reason to kill somebody is fucking crazy and borderline sociopathic. Like, that's weird. Maybe I view games too much like I view real life, but I think it's just weird to not need a reason to murder someone. Player base is like 80% PvE space dads. That makes the PvP murder hodos a problem. I don't think they're a problem. I mean, It's an obstacle. Oh, there's plenty of risk in this game. Look, if they made this game completely PvP, or completely PvE and no player v player combat whatsoever, there'd still be plenty of risk in the game. Because the fact of the matter is they want the game to be 90% player versus environment encounters. Like, they've said that so many times. I put that in a video just the other day. We know for a fact, we've been over that on this stream several times. I could pull up that video in a matter of minutes. They already know that they want there to be risk, just from pirates that are NPCs. The PvP aspect isn't for the sake of risk, it's for the sake of an expanded gameplay. You imagine a lot of people in real life would go on murder sprees if they didn't face consequences? You're probably not wrong. Yeah, they want it to be more common in certain areas. Man, didn't I... Hold up. This is a video, right? Didn't I just put something out about this? Yeah. Right, believe it or not, this is the video, my least watched video in the last 6 months is all about this. I'm gonna drop the link in chat, because, like, I feel like nobody, like barely anybody really watched this, but it goes over all this, it pulls up the quotes that the devs have said on it, it talks about their 90 to 10% ratio, it talks about how they want to make hotspots for PvP, it talks about why they want PvP and why they want people to not feel space, like all this stuff is there. I don't know why people didn't watch this video, but I post the link in chat if you want to check it out. I'll probably remake it again in 6 months. Yeah, I don't know. It might have been the thumbnail. Or the title. Does Death of a Spaceman have room for moving to the next generation via death penalty? That'd be pretty funny, actually, if they put the death penalty in for a game because death means so much. Right, just get... Nunzi. All right, let's see if this mission works. I mean, you say people have stopped looking for SC content, but like I said, that's the worst video I've released in the last 6 months. All my other ones performed pretty normally. I just put out a video last week that's already doubled what that video got in a month. I don't know what it was about that video. If the PvPers targeted other players by affiliation or even by mission parameters, a guy gets hired as a mercenary for a mission, he becomes a valuable target for another player playing Headhunter or something. Which I understand. But if you're just running a single mission or you're just leaving your hangar in a space station during the PTU process, that's not happening. And that's what I'm saying, like, I advocate for that kind of thing. I want to be somebody who gets targeted because I'm a valuable player in the game, and then I get the gameplay that figures out how to counter that. But that's not what's happening. These are people who are literally just seeing a body and saying, I gotta shoot that. That's different. Now, the video didn't have anything to do with PvP or griefing. But Grendel, I'll be putting that to the test because I'm releasing another video today that's all about pirating and griefing. Or not today, tomorrow. So we'll see how that one does in comparison. Because This one didn't talk anything about piracy or griefing. This one was strictly about why they are removing armistice zones. It just happened to bring in some quotes from the devs about piracy and griefing because that's a big part of what armistice zones are there for. Maybe the reason no one watches because neither side wants to believe they are right. In any other viewpoint, they just makes them mad. Again, if the video was specifically about PvP, then I could see that. But this one was about armistice zones. Which might also be the reason people weren't watching it. Just a boring topic for a lot of folks. I am using an RTX GPU. At least for the stream. Or for the game. For the stream, it's an AMD GPU. Didn't see it in your feed. That's what happens, though. Like, videos very quickly get removed from people's recommended pages if they don't do well with subscribers. So they die pretty quick. One thing you're curious about when we capture bounties is, do you get sent to jail immediately upon your capture, or do you just sit frozen in some dude's ship for however long until they decide? I think that you probably get the choice. I would imagine you get the choice. You get to basically say, hey, I want to stay in my body and see if somebody can rescue me, or I just want to respawn back at prison or whatever. What the? Wait, how much was I supposed to get? 1 SCU? How much is this mission for? Wait, what is this? I didn't even accept a mission. What is this cargo for? More quartz? Did I not take all the quartz? That's so strange. Get out of here. Go that way.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Pyro Playground, they promised, is sad. Flaro! Hey, mate. How you doing? We have someone coming into the hangar. What? How's that possible? Where? Somebody entered the hangar? Oh, somebody was gonna land, I see. Thought you meant somebody was EVAing in here. You think player choice is important for risk management, PvP or PvE, such as through operating locations, throwing new players into the shark tank might not be a great for retention. Yeah. Like, they probably want to make sure that the places where people are starting off are at least able to get out of their hangar first. Alright, I thought I took one of these. Here we go. 80 SCU from Port Tressa to Mike L1. It doesn't get more simple than that. Right? I'm gonna share this one to you. We got this. Did they just assign my hangar to somebody else? That's really rude if they did.
Toes!
2 days ago. I'll go check it out. I'll go check it out. Okay, my headphones stopped working. We're having pump problems. We still get all of our water from a well, so we have to rely on a not super great pump. Is this still my hangar? Yeah, it says my hangar still. Full trip with 80 SCU pays 14,000 credits. I mean, I'm just flying to Mike L1. It's like the shortest trip you could make. But it probably could pay a little bit more for 80,000 SCU. It's just that 80,000 fits in a small ship, you know? Basically, we just gotta move 10 boxes. You made it. Is that what I was smelling? It smelled so good while it was cooking. Mrs. Tomato made another cake. Leave it to Mrs. Tomato for us to get food delivered today, and she still wanted to cook a cake. She's tormented by the lack of cooking streams this week so far. Wow, my frame rate. Is that just from these boxes? Alright, Spider, you just pass them over here and I'll load them on the ship. Did they fix the cargo elevators? Not on the ground. No, the cargo elevators have been doing poorly on the ground. Peregrine. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. 2 months on Twitch. It's only Wednesday. Yeah, we haven't done any cooking streams this week yet on Wednesday. We would have done one by now, I think. And they've been a ton of fun. Oh, come on. There will be no wipe for 324. I heard there's no wipe. We'll be live by tomorrow. We'll have to see. What style of food do we cook for it? We've done a lot of different things. Mainly we've done Turkish food, but we also cooked 4 different styles of fried chicken to see which one came out best. It was definitely the smothered hot sauce one. We've cooked, let's see, what else did we make? We did funnel cakes. We did really like a dessert stream last time. Next stream we're going to be making our own rice noodles and putting together pad thai. After that we'll be doing a breakfast stream with a bunch of Turkish breakfast foods. So we switch it up. I should have enough space for 80 SCU. Can't the Spirit hold 80? Oh crap, or is it 78? Oh man. Oh. Oh wait. How much SCU does the Spirit hold? 64. Oh no! I miscalculated. I might be an idiot. Looks like I don't know my ship that well. That's cool. We can fit the 2 boxes in that back space, right? Hopefully they just don't blow up the whole ship. Oh, this should be interesting. Yeah, is the middle wide enough though for these boxes? God. Hey. All right, Spider, you're gonna have to load the last one. All right, we're good. See, we're good. Not a problem. C1 knows what's up. They need to give us some 64 SCU missions, apparently.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on. Launch.
Let me out, please. Yeah, don't tell Kovalix that we're doing this. They might actually not be happy with us. Let's see how this cake is. Oh, she put caramel on it. Game over. Oh, bro, that's so good. That is so yummy. Holy crap. Yeah, I think we're trapped in here now, dude. This is wild. We cannot do a single mission. Oh my god. All right. Okay. If I land and store my ship, and then we go back out and call another hangar, the boxes should still be in it, right? Let's try that. Dude, but the cake. Oh, what the? Wait, wait. The doors are opening. We gotta get out of here. Oh my god. What the heck is up with this, man? This is so strange. I'm not questioning it though. Let me out. Oh, hey, it's Space Cutlet. Okay.
Quantum travel engaged.
Woo! Holy crap, we actually might, maybe, possibly... Oh my god, hold on, I gotta take another bite of this cake. It's input lag to keep you safe. The only blocker that they consider is the medium hangar elevators. Did they say that in a message? Dude, I need milk. Holy crap. That'd be so funny if they stopped me from leaving just because we put the boxes in like that. They're like, no, no, sorry. We're gonna save you from yourself. Testing announcement. It's an announcement they made on Spectrum.
Quantum travel complete.
I can't see it in the vehicle loadout manager. I'm not sure. Yeah, the ground elevators were messing us up all day today. Am I low flying after this? What's up, Kyosa? Do you ever not low fly? Like if you're cargo hauling, do you feel the need to low fly with the cargo in the back? What the? Space Cutlet is here too. That's a little suspicious. How many folks go from Port Tressler to Mike L1 on a regular basis? Is he calling me? Let's see. All I see is his eyeballs. It's just him staring at me. Alrighty. I can't even talk. I don't even have a microphone button. I don't use VoIP on PTU. Brother, you're hurting my ship. Are we feeling good about 324 and the server performance? I mean, the server performance seems great. 324... I don't know, man. It's been struggling.
Yum, 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 yum.
You don't low fly with cargo? Man. Gotta have fun with it. Hey, thanks for dropping by, though. Can we get a shout out for Kyosa? How you doing today? Oh yeah, I'm in PTU right now. The Spirit C1 does have a tractor beam up on the top there. You can see it right there. If there is one thing I'd want to be realistic, what would it be? Realistic? I don't even know. Probably how ships can hold themselves in any direction in atmosphere. An actual economy? Yeah, that'd be nice. The amount of weeks this PTU stage has taken, it should come with 0 freight elevator bugs. Ah, my friend. If only it worked like that. No, we're not live. We're on PTU. Alrighty. You gonna work with me? Station to station, no problem. Well, okay, we kind of had a bit of a problem there. But golly, station to anywhere else has been awful. Although I did not get a mission complete. Yep, there it is. Why is it red? Okay, it says green for completed. Cool. I just wanted to be extra thorough in my work. All right. Tried to talk to you, but VoIP. Yeah, VoIP sucks. Was that you guys following me around? Were you with Space Cutlet? I got on the call with Space Cutlet, and all I could see was his eyes looking at me, which is a little eerie. Okay. I need to go get something to drink.
Yum, 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 yum.
Spider's hard working, hoping he's gonna get paid. Saw you loading cargo, which is kind of cool. Didn't feel cool. No, it was... We're just trying to see if this patch works, and good golly gee. It's been such a... Oh, that's what you meant by medium hangar elevators. I thought you meant the freight elevators. Okay, so... I just can't go anywhere then. What if I kill him? How about then? Is that all it takes? Because I don't have any water. Or anything to drink, really. You gotta use a pad. This is a blocker. Holy crap. Can cargo be staged in non-home based hangars? For example, hoarding RMC at a Lagrange point to later be hauled by a larger ship. Well, you can store it in your freight elevator, yeah. Drop it down into the inventory of that station, then you can come back and get it later. This is the March patch. Coming out soon. Oh. I guess if I logged off to the main menu and then came back, it would let me out. All right, let's see how long it takes for it to open up the doors. In the meantime, I'm getting another freaking bite of this cake. All right, maybe the keybind didn't work at first.
Engines on.
Brother, I hope it's not just those elevators that they need to fix. The ground locations, at least the outpost ground locations, are not doing well. I don't know what the heck the problem was with that distribution center. Maybe that was something different. But we've had terrible luck with ground locations today.
Landing gear up.
All right. Landing pads up there. We got pretty much one patch since CitizenCon last year, 3.23, yep. And that's what's really hurting. And that's why, like, I feel if they can do 4.0, it would seriously improve the year outlook.
Landing complete. Engines off.
Honestly, if they got 4.0 in before IAE and then a 4.1 or a 4.0.1 in December, with just a couple of the other things that need to be added in, like weapon wear and tear, maybe some of like the improved locomotion, like navigation, the prone and ladder animations, FPS scanning and radar. I know that's insane. Like, this is a wish list kind of thing. But if they were able to get that into a 4.0.1 with everything that they already want in 4.0 launching before IAE, then this year would be an absolute winner. But they got it. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. You notice there are forward operating bases now in PTU. What were those supposed to be used for again, gameplay wise? I don't know. What are, like, I keep hearing references to these forward operating bases. Are those not the locations around the distribution centers, or are they separate from that? Do you guys not sell juice here? Dude, these vending machines seriously need to start working. Is there just nowhere to get a drink in this space station? What the hell, guys? What if... Wait, can you get drinks from there? What if somebody's just doing their refining? I guess you could get a drink from down there. You can see them on various planets. Generally Merc missions. There's a few on selling at other moons that don't have DCs. Huh. No, I haven't seen those yet. That's interesting. I didn't realize they were bringing those in separate from outposts. That's cool. Guess they're replacing the small bunkers at this point. Do you sell liquids? No? Shampoo bottles? See, there's just nothing to drink here. Similar to the ones they showed in that Live Dead talk. That's cool. Didn't know they were adding those in 3.24. But those are the same assets that they have outside of distribution centers, right? Surrounding them. Yeah, YouTube tells you when an ad's about to run, but Twitch doesn't really do anything. Maybe it does, actually. Maybe if I move this screen over, I can tell. Should give heads up time, but I don't know if it gives me heads up time or if that's for you guys. There are those assets with new decor. Okay, cool. Wow, I haven't been to a refinery in a long time. And they haven't changed at all. Actually, we picked up a distribution center cargo mission today, and it was distributing agricultural items to research facilities. So they're starting to distribute stuff. But you can't buy anything from them, which is annoying. Yeah, I was in the food court, but I also don't really trust the food court. And Spider said they have them in the refinery, so figured I'd take the guarantee. Sometimes the food court sells like two things and they're both food. There are also other locations. Something like Lowdown. I don't see 24 as an absolute fail. To be honest, we got some of the things in 2024 that we've been asking for a long time. Like, reworking the star map was one of the most requested feature changes. That was, for me, the most requested feature change ever. And God, let me put it on my hip then. This whole attach helmet to hip thing has not been working for me recently. I don't know why. Like, new interaction stuff, better FPS stuff, and the looting menu has all made me more interested in doing FPS missions. The star map was a definite upgrade for me. The new rendering updates, DLSS, all that stuff, pretty solid in my opinion. But the more exciting stuff has definitely not happened this year, which sucks. So I wouldn't call it an absolute fail. I'd still say it's better than a lot of the other years we've had where things just kind of stay stagnant. But there's been a lot of disappointment for sure so far. While it was just a visual update, like, literally getting a map for the locations has been nice. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I never get the problems of, like, zooming into a planet and not being able to see it anymore. That was one of the most annoying things. Like, this is all way, way, way better than how the star map worked for me before. And that was something that drove me nuts almost every single time I played the game. So I'm going to give that update props every single time because I really appreciate that it finally was updated. But it could get more. Now I need the freaking VoIP and FOIP stuff to be fixed. Definitely VoIP. Think about getting a Mercury Star Runner. It's a good pickup. Oh, what the hell? I was on a pad. Losing the glare on the ASOP was way overdue. Crap, and I put myself in the hangar, so I... Ah. Ananzi, can you come to the hangar and then not get out of the elevator? Does that work? What the hell? Ah. Thank God. Okay. I'm in. Too bad there's so little actual info on Death of a Spaceman. Love to hear your thoughts and pick your brain a little someday. I mean, I've got plenty to say about what they've said about it so far. Is my helmet on? Okay. Thank you for preparing you for the bugs. No problem. UI update was nice. Your favorite this cycle has been the ammo repacking. Yeah, the UI update's been good.
Toes.
Ammo repacking, mini map's pretty nice.
Toes.
The actual differences of the weapon layouts in the bottom right.
Engines on.
Which ships do I have pledged? This one, a 135C, an MSR, and a Carrack. The MSR I got as a gift. I guess that's not pledged then. So this, a 135C and a Carrack. The Carrack is a CCU from a bunch of gifts and like other stuff. And a mole that I won.
Yum, 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 yum.
I hate that you can upgrade referrals, but you can't melt them. Because I have so many referrals and I don't know what to do with them. See if there's anything going from Mike L1. L3, Arc L2. Arc L2. Crew L1. Mike L2, Crew L1, Arc L1. Mike L3, Crew L4, Crew L1, Crew L1, Mike L2. If there's nothing from Mike L1, then I'm gonna call it here. And I'm not seeing anything. All right, in that case, I think I am all done running these missions for
Yum,
today.
yum, 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 yum.
Oh man, it's been a time and a half. Yeah, they still got some work to do. I think we're pretty close to live though. Like there's just those ground freight elevators and then the missions in these medium-sized hangars, I think are all that need to go. Yeah, we finished a couple missions. The only ones that couldn't complete were the ground missioned ones. Otherwise, I just keep getting locked in hangars. So... Chris never said I promised that 100% of the content would be coming in 12 months. In my opinion, that is the best year so far in a long time. We already have 50% of the content. I'm working on a video on that because he actually said by the end of the next year. He did also say in 12 months, but then he reiterated by the end of the year.
What?
Oh, okay, good. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna try and put out a quick video about that maybe later on in the week, and that will put that together. Ship Showdown still going on? Who's winning Ship Showdown right now? Let's check that out before we head off.
Yum, 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 yum.
Peregrine, you can't launch the game? I wasn't having any problems with the launcher. The Spirit's not even on right now. Isn't it over? Or are the semifinals longer? Shouldn't they have gotten up to the Reclaimer versus the F8 by now? You're considering a raft for your daily driver. That'll be interesting. Reclaimer F8's on right now. Well, looks like I can't even load the page. It's not even, yeah, it's not loading for me. Very cool. There we go. I'm voting Reclaimer. All right. Finals is going to be the C1 Spirit versus it's looking like the F8 Lightning, but maybe the Reclaimer takes it. And holy shit, I'm not going to be able to get a C1 Spirit video out until next week, but oh well. I'll do it anyways. Cool. All right, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. It's been good times. Appreciate y'all hanging out, kicking back, talking about some Star Citizen, looking at some gameplay, testing the PTU. It is definitely... It's getting close to live. Everything seems pretty stable. Really, it's just a couple of the elevator stuff and the hangars with their own personal elevators that seem to be the problem. Everything else, though, I think this is good. Like, if they could put out a couple patches that get rid of the problems at those ground locations, then I could see this going live by the end of the week. But that's an if. And ifs in Star Citizen are a risky endeavor. So I think it's best to consider this going live next week and be surprised if it does go live this week. But I bet they're busting hard to try and get this done and out of the way so that they can push this live and move on to the next thing, which is a big thing. Big thing to move on to. You feel that no ship should have more than 2 skins or paints in the ship with the fewest skins. Unfair that one ship have 8 paints while another only has 1. Fair opinion. Eat more cake. Eat more cake. I gotta go and release this exclusive video to all my lovely folks on Twitch. If you're on YouTube or Patreon, folks, I just released an exclusive video to you. Go check it out. It is all about time sinks in Star Citizen, including inventory systems, cities and trains, quantum travel, and how they are going to be mitigated in the future. So, interesting one. We'll see how it lands when it releases publicly in the next several months. But for now, you have that exclusive available to you. Also, if you're a supporter, you can come join me for my live podcasts on Fridays and Saturdays. And if you are a little extra supporter, then your referral code is down below our videos. So check those out too. It's on the main channel. If you're a Twitch supporter, it'll be on Discord. So make sure your Discord is connected to your Twitch. And you'll have access to the supporters channel where I post those videos. That's the announcement I'm going to make here in about 10 minutes when I get offline. Anyways, enjoy you all. Chat, you're lovely. You're the best of people. Thank you for some good debates, some good differing opinions, and sorry for calling some of you sociopathic. Don't murder people. It's dangerous. I'm ready to send a Space Cutlet since he was flying around here, and we got to see him. Cheers to you all. Thanks again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go eat something yummy. Go eat something delicious. and hug somebody you love. It's a good time, you know? Be a little happy. Maybe if we do enough hugs, that hug energy will make it to Star Citizen and we can get like a different update or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Chris just said buy more ships. I'm trying to find alternatives. Anyways, love you all. Hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you on Friday for some more goodness. God bless. Pray to Pico. Have a lovely day. Bye.